Hey everybody, greetings from the Stockholm, Sweden airport. I've been busy traveling around for work, and while I've done that, I've been kind of obsessed with making these little apps which help you understand the time value of money. And so I'm going to walk you through them. There's four apps. So number one is coffeecompounder.com. And so the idea behind coffeecompounder.com is that it helps you understand the impact of buying less coffee out. This is because I ran into that trope where they're like, if you just bought less coffee out, you'd be able to retire. And I've never done the math. And so this is a way for me to kind of do the math. And as you can see, there's some pretty interesting stuff in here. Now, I also took this pattern and I said, well, what happens if you do that with any purchase, right? And so, any major purchase you might do, you want to understand not just the cost of the purchase today, but also what you're foregoing in terms of potential future income. And so, I bought a Toyota 4Runner last year. It was roughly $50,000. And so, the idea is that if I had hung on to that $50,000 and I had 40 years, which I don't, that would actually be worth more like $1 million. And so jetsquirrel.com is your way to calculate that very quickly. And then I then started going down this route of, you tip other people for good service all the time. Like I'm buying a fair amount of coffee out, and usually if I'm prompted for a tip, I give them a tip. And so what would happen if I tipped myself? And so I've been walking through this, and this has actually been fairly interesting because I have tipped myself a couple of times, and it actually feels pretty good. So check out tipyourself.com and see how that might impact you. And then the last one I'm going to show you is streamscare.com. So I was talking with somebody the other day, and they were like, you can have just one streaming service at a time. And a lot of times I've had many streaming services. So it's kind of interesting for me to go in and actually just select the ones that I have. And then what would happen if I only had one at a time? And so this is all built on the idea that when you subscribe to one, you essentially cancel it right away. So you don't have more than one streaming service at a time. And then when you're ready, you can just go ahead and subscribe to a new one on a new month. And so you might be able to go from spending something like $80 a month to like $10 a month. So, almost a monthly savings of, say, $70. Anyway, I hope you find these interesting and fun like I do. And if you have suggestions for other ones, please drop me a note. See you later.